Hello everyone, welcome back to Coding with Carl, the show where you get to watch me learn Java and Android development. We are currently recording and streaming live episode 30 of this show, which means we've spent 29 hours in total learning how to build Android apps with Android Studio on a Mac. And it's been fun. And I'm very happy to announce that I have hit all the requirements for becoming a Twitch affiliate. So thank you very much to everybody who watches this show on a regular basis and everybody who follows me. Now, a few things I'd like to get done today. One is I finally installed this app on my phone and started using it on a day-to-day basis. And as much as I love the default Android icon, I would very much like to see the 10K icon, and seeing as the competition that I was running on 99 Designs is now finished and I have the artwork for it, I thought, how quick is it to add the icon so that I can see it on my phone? And I don't know. But I reckon it's worth spending about 5 minutes trying to find out, don't you think? I do. As well as that, I've noticed a couple of things that are bothering me. So hopefully I can get those two things out of the way as well, and maybe if we're lucky we can move on to something. Now, as things usually go on this show, I don't want to, partake in any wishful thinking, because the smallest things on this platform can take an hour. But we'll see. We can but try. So I've been looking into how to set an icon. Here. There we are. So it's something called the Image Asset Studio. And apparently if I right click here on the res folder and go to new image asset, there we go. You should see something like this, and I should be able to name IC Launcher, layer name IC Launcher foreground, path, source asset, image from, and it's on my desktop. I've got this, the largest one is this one, I think. Yeah, so can I do that? Not sure I really love how much it's cropping everything out. Is it this? There we go, I guess. Yeah. I think I'd prefer something more like this. It kind of encompasses the whole icon that was intended. Apart from this round icon, that one's not really working at all, is it? Trim, yes and no. Yeah, it's quite difficult to set this properly, because in order to get enough for the round icon, I need to bump it up to there, but then that chops off the end of this guy here. And the legacy icon looks garbage. So does the Google Play Store one. So maybe what I need to do is go back into Illustrator and tweak this somewhat. I think for now, I can live with that. Yeah, the thing that's not freaking me out, but I know I definitely don't want to see is if this round icon here is going to be the one that shows up on my home screen on my phone, then I don't want it to look crappy. So I guess we'll go with that. What else? Background layer. Do I need to care about the background layer? No. Legacy. Let's just do that, I guess. And an icon with the same name already exists and will be overwritten. Okay. Next. What's this? Some existing files will be overwritten. I guess, yeah, I guess we just finished then. And let's see what happens. So it's thinking, just thinking away. Wow, it's really going for it. It terrifies me when this much work is being done just for the sake of adding a few files. What could be taking this long? It's still going. Okay, while that's doing its thing, if anybody here is new to the show and you're wondering where I put the back episodes, I have a YouTube channel. It's Coding with Carl, coding with a K. And in this 0 to Android playlist, you can see all the previous hours of this stream. I usually watch them back at double speed. It's a really cool feature of YouTube because things can get a bit slow sometimes, as we're experiencing right now. What's actually going on here? I can't do anything. Okay, so Android Studio is completely absorbed in what it's doing. Will not allow me to run or build anything. So let's jump over to our to-do list and look at what we would like to do when Android Studio wakes up and comes back to life. So a couple of things. One is I've noticed that even after all the time we spent bug fixing the auto scroll, which scrolls us to the right position in the list, based on what time it is, we're still off by one. It's always showing us, I think it's either the previous or the one after where we should be. And I'd like to make it so that I've noticed when you leave, when you leave the app on Android and then you come back to it, it remembers where you were in the list. And of course, it's not really useful for our use case. So what I'd like to happen is that when we wake it up, it scrolls back to where it should be. And I think we can do that. I think there's an override function in activity that will allow us to do that, I hope. And then of course we still have to find a way to re-render the visible page. Very important. Android Studio, are you done yet? No? Really? Is it that tough? This is sad. Okay, am I at least allowed to write code? What are you doing? I don't actually want these updates. I have no idea what it's doing right now. I wonder if it's got caught in some kind of loop. It's like, oh my god, you wanted to change the icon. Now I'm gonna go off and do a lot of mad stuff. I definitely didn't add this many files. Android Studio, everyone. Just when you think you're going to have a good stream and things are going to go your way, you end up watching a progress bar with no option to build your application because of something that you know nothing about. I know nothing about what is going on right now. IDE and plugin updates. Well, I didn't ask for any IDE updates, and I didn't ask for any plugin updates either. But here we are. I guess I'll just drink my tea. See, this is the other frustrating thing. It says it's a background task right here. If it's a background task, why can't I run my application? Oh dear. Okay, let's do a bit of research. Android view pager, pager, refresh. How to force view pager to reinstantiate its items. Looks like my internet is also slightly slow because the style sheet for that did not load. I am using view pager to allow user to swipe between its views. Is there a way to force the view pager to reload, reinstantiate its views in case they are no longer valid or needs to be refreshed? Notified dataset change should do it. Okay. So where do we have this now? We have it when we run a delete. Do we do it on the pager, and is the pager is accessible there? So where did we write the delete code? We wrote it here, right? Pager.notify, and it looks like I don't have autocomplete either. Notify data set changed. I'm getting really concerned about this now. I mean, how long does it take? I've said it before and I'll say it again, guys. This is a Mac Pro that's a Xeon processor. It's no slouch. And yet Java seems to be able to suck up all of that and just feast on it for hours on end. I mean, come on. Can I pause this? I have to do a 750 meg download. Remind me later. Alright, this is terrible, so I'm actually going to just try and stop it from happening, I guess. Because it seems to me like it's just doing the same thing over and over. I mean, it's the same paths I'm seeing. I mean, what the hell is it doing? Good night. Have I broken the universe? That's the question. Hi Stacey, how are you? Okay, doesn't seem to want to come back to life either. Android Studio. I really don't want to run these updates right now. I'm on stream. Like, come on, Android Studio. Surely. You must allow me to run. Something's happening, guys. Okay, what's going on now? Something's going on. Okay, so this doesn't work, so we'll have to look at that again, but I wonder if our icon is there. Here we go. Icon's still the same there, but I know it has to do like a build and push the APK and stuff, so maybe it'll change. Okay, so there's the build. There's the app. And we are running. And it's jumped us one ahead of where we need to be, which is good to know. Okay, so... Okay, so we have an icon, and it looks pretty nice. Looks alright. There we go, look at that, 10K. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Quite like that. So that's one thing done. All right, next thing. Why is it jumping us to an hour, to one slot ahead of where we want to be? That will be in this one. Yes, and I think it is, if I remember rightly, in the rec adapter. Format position from TS. This is the problem. I think it's this +1. Can't remember why I put it in there, but I do have this habit of thinking that everything needs to be the +1 or -1 and being wrong about it. So let's see if that fixes the problem. Okay. Seems to work. Let's create something at 21:30. Code hard for 30 minutes. Become the Iron Fist. Didn't jump us back to the right. Oh, it did. It did. It scrolled us as far as it could. So then tomorrow we're going to wake up at 8:30 and code hard for 3 hours and 30 minutes to become the Iron Fist. There we go. And it took us back. So I'm happy. That seems to be working nicely. That's another win. Grab some air. Okay. Off by 1. Done. Wake up activity scrolls to now. This is where I would like us to get today. And should we go back to this? I think that this notify dataset change thing, I think that should actually be on the pager adapter and not the pager itself. So I wonder if, let's make a marker there. Where is the adapter? Adapter is there. And maybe if we put it here, private adapter, and then where was it? There. This dot adapter. Notify. Here we are. It's easy. Maybe if we do this dot adapter, does that work? I guess we'll find out. So now if I go in and delete one of those things I've just created, and we'll see if it refreshes the view. If it does, we're hey. If not, we've got some work to do. Okay, so let's delete this one at 2130. Doesn't refresh, does it? And we know it's gone because if we go to over here and force it to refresh, yeah, so that's not it. Let's have a think. I do want the pager to redraw that page. I could either do that, or I could tell the recycler view, if I could get to it, that its content has changed. Surely there should be a simple way to do this. Can I even get to the recycler view from here? Maybe I'm searching for the wrong thing. Your pager, redraw. You need to implement GetItemPosition method. This item is caught. So if I do, we did something like that previously, didn't we? We did when we were trying to you can create some update method that will update your fragment. Okay. Plan a fragment. What can we do with this? We can let's assume we can get access to the fragment. I don't have a pager specifically. Do I have a pager adapter? I have a planner page adapter. I have a A view pager. Where am I grabbing view pager from? There. Yeah, I feel like this should be a hell of a lot simpler than it is. I face problems sometimes, so that in this case, always avoid fragment pager adapter and use fragment state pager adapter. Yeah, I am doing. Let's see what we have on the adapter and see if I'm just missing something obvious here, and so is everybody else who's had this problem. This.adapter dot what? Finish update. Instantiate item. Container and position. That could work, couldn't it? What's that supposed to do? Create a page for the given position. The adapter is responsible for adding the view to the container given here, although it must ensure this is done by the time it returns from finish update. The containing view from which the page will be shown, the page position to be instantiated. Alright, well we've got both those things, so let's give that a try. It would be the pager, and the position would be pager.getCurrentItem. Is that right? Or is it position? Or is it adapter.item position? Position. I feel like get current item might do it, but I'm not sure what that returns. It returns an integer. So yeah, I think it might be that. Let's try it. Okay, so if I delete this 8:30 slot, yeah, it didn't work, did it? So it's not that. Oh well. What else have we got? Nothing useful. Nothing on the adapter, so what about the pager itself? Not seeing anything yet. I guess. I can either carry on trying to get the pager to redraw the page, which should be something I should be able to do, seeing as it redraws the page just in the action of you scrolling away from it and scrolling back to it. I really don't like this hack that everybody keeps talking about in Stack Overflow. Like, why wouldn't they give you... Alright, so I guess... View pager. Get the fragment. Or shall I say get the visible fragment. Right, and then maybe we can redraw that. How to get the instance of the currently visible fragment. So he's clearly not got that code working, so we'll jump to this one. The way I've found the currently visible fragment is using set user visible hint and an interface back to the view page. Why is everything so hard in Android? Surely I should just be able to say, show me what's on screen. The method is in the fragment class. Override it and use an interface to call back to your view pager. If the fragment is visible, i.e. it returns true, then just use a reference to your fragment. Why isn't there support for things like this? Surely this is like a really common use case. Okay, what about this? Right, the context menu item that has a call in view, right? What can I do with that? Let's run this in Debug and see if there's some sane way to do this. You know, these things are just so simple to do even in web development. Really, really simple to do. Okay, just create something here. There we go. So, what have we got? Don't really care about this event log. This item. That's what was passed through. So we've got menu builder. What's this? Doesn't tell me much. Ordering. Yeah, nothing. No notion of parent view or get action view. Set action view. Is action view expanded? What does get action view do? Returns the currently set action view for this menu item. Okay, but what's an action view? Sets an action view. An action view will be displayed in place of an automatically generated menu item. Right. Okay, so that's got nothing to do with it. Alright, that's just crazy. I'm not going to do that. I'm not back referencing anything. You can get the current visible using getCurrentItem method followed in the following way. Fragment, get support Fragment Manager, find fragment by tag. Wow. Wow, guys, look at this. Android : switcher plus RID pager plus mview get the current item. That's insane. There's no, I mean, nobody thought to add something to the API that's like, oh, hey, if we've got things that are paging in and out, you know, it might be cool if I could get a reference to the one that's currently on screen. Do I really have to do that? Okay, let's try it. I'm going to create a method to do this because I don't like it. So, private void. Do I want void or does it return a fragment? It returns a fragment. Get visible page fragment and do something like that. And then we'll do get support Fragment Manager dot find fragment by ID. No, find fragment by tag, string tag. So we get Android : switcher and now things are lagging really badly because there's a squiggly line. Switcher you know what, this is going to be long, so put it on another line. Plus r.id.pager. It's going to be what? I know it's up here somewhere. Turn off the debugger because that's getting slow. And there, planner page view. Plus, again. Oh, and then we need another colon, of course. I can't believe this. And how did this guy like come up with this solution? That must have been a wild ride. That must have been a crazy afternoon for him. But I take my hat off to him because it's crazy. Mview pager don't get current item. That'll be pager. For me, that's going to be pager don't get current item. Right. And then we're going to return that. So fragment ret equals that. Return ret. And this is probably going to be a planner fragment, not a fragment. something wrong. App fragment required. Okay. Guess it is going to be fragment. Can I just hard cast it? We'll see. Ah. I really don't like how it overwrites things. Equals. And then we shall do this. We shall do this dot get visible page fragment and see what happens. And I'm going to move my breakpoint from here to here. Go back into the debugger. And we're going to pray that this crazy ass idea will work. Are we running right now? Okay, step in, please. We're going to step over this one. And this one. Null. We got null. Did we mistype something? Android : switcher : heaven forbid we should miss a colon. r.id, and then there's another colon, and then get current item. Okay, try again. Okay, so we have nothing there. Need to create one first. Try and delete it. Here we are again. Step in. Step over. Still null. Is it because I don't have something called switcher? Nope. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. If only there was some way I could kind of browse this stuff, like, is there? What's this? Restore layout. Get thread dump. Settings. No. This is a pin. Variables. Frames and threads. It's frames. Yeah. Overhead. I could just force them all to reload. That seems overkill. I'm not the only person that's asked this question. Look at all these. Here it is again, same solution. I wonder if that's the same guy. Write a function in your adapter which takes an integer, i.e. get current item selected function output. Use that position to check the fragment's visibility on either side of the adapter. Current position is 3 and you're displaying 3 fragments at a time, then check fragment position 2, 1, 4, 5 for their visibility. It's supposed to be there. Using the method getUserVisible hint. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Surely there's a simple solution to this very, very simple problem. Get the position of view pager using getCurrentItem. Step 2. Find the tag of fragment using item which you added at the time of fragment add or replace. Alright, I can get behind that sort of thing. So maybe this works, it's just that I didn't tag it when I created it. See, I feel like this should, I strongly feel like that shouldn't be null at this point. I must have screwed it up. And maybe it's because I'm casting it as a planner fragment. Let's remove the typecasting and see if it makes any difference. I have to stop the debugger again before things get out of control. Okay, and then we rerun that. Step in. Step over. Still no. Ah. Ah. Is this private? Because I see exactly what I want to see here. I see a list that has 3 fragments in it, and the middle one is the visible one. And I want access to it. Private. Okay, I'm in here now, so what can I do with items? Set adapter. Set current item internal. Add new item. Dataset changed. What does that do? Ah. Maybe we can just call dataset changed, because this isn't a private function. And what does that do then? That's something to try. Planner, what am I doing? Pager dot dataset changed. Okay, why is that not there? View pager. Dataset changed. Is everything private by default? Guess so. Sucks. Next. 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 Still in populate. Okay, we're coming to the end of the stream, guys, so if you've got any questions or anything you'd like to ask me before I sign off, put it in the chat now, and then I'll get to it before we end. Calculate page offsets. It's not this. Remove view info for child. That is private too. Private, private. Recompute scroll position. Private, private. Perform drag. This is awful. Public void draw. Super.draw canvas. I need to pass it a canvas to be able to draw it. Post invalidate an animation. On draw. Something tells me that I shouldn't be doing anything that needs a canvas. What I don't understand is why is that public? And then I'm back around. This is very disappointing. Find fragment by tag. Support Fragment Manager. Where's the Fragment Manager? Get support Fragment Manager, right? Boom. Quite like this idea of tags. So maybe we'll just set a tag. So we have a pager adapter, right? No, we don't. We have a planner fragment and we have a planner activity and we have a planner pager adapter. And this get item here creates a new instance of the target position. The target position is a timestamp. So do I also need to pass it the position then? Because if, let's see what position actually is. How do we do that? We do evaluate and we do pager, or maybe it's adapter, get item position, current. Not seeing it. Pager dot position. Get current item. Result 30. Yeah, okay. I think we can run over to do this. I think if we do, so if I pass in pager position, so I just want to do position there, and then in planner fragment, if I take, you have to do all this stuff with args, don't you? So this is what's creating a new instance, and this takes a planner position too. So that'd be int planner position, and there's something here. So arg timestamp, arg position. Args.put int arg position, and then I've need to change that one too. And that's wrong. Planner position. That's wrong. It shouldn't be planner position. It should be pager position. set arguments, arguments return fragment, and then we will need that, won't we? I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, so on create, get arguments, this .day start ts equals get in. Okay. Day start ts. Then with render, actually creates it, right? So this is a fragment, so maybe when do I set the tag on this? Or maybe I set the tag on the recycler view. Or actually I can just call render on this thing and be done with it. If render was public, but it isn't. But I can do that because that's in my control, right? So yeah. Hopefully I can do something like fragment.setTag. Guess not. It's like walking through some kind of minefield, or trudging through mud, should I say. I'm trying to avoid nasty mud crabs along the way. Oh, where's the parent view? Okay, so I'm creating this recycler view. That's the render function, create view, here we go. So that returns a view on view created, this title, blah, blah, blah. Do we have a container? And attach, detach. Yeah, okay. So we on create we do this dot position page position equals this. And then when we inflate the layout, that's going to be there. We have this stuff here, so maybe I can do something like, yeah, I can do this dot recycler view dot set tag, and then what? You know what? Just show me the code. Final object tag. It's just an object. That could be anything, right? Okay, so we'll do planner rec colon, always a colon, and then plus I guess it's going to be this dot position, right? So that's going to give us a hopefully that's going to give each recycler view a tag that has the position associated with it. And what we can do here in our planner activity is we can ask the pager for the current position and then search for it by tag. So we can do find, what was it? Okay, get current item, and then get support Fragment Manager. So we can do recycler view, or not. View rec view equals Fragment Manager, get support Fragment Manager dot find fragment by tag. String will be what was it again? Wasn't in there. Planner rec colon. And then the position. Yeah, I'm lagging now. Close the debugger. Come on. Colon plus pager dot get item okay. Find fragment by tag, not get view, not find view by tag. Yeah, this is tricky. I think I might have to leave this for tonight, guys, because we're 10 minutes over. Not sure why they couldn't have just made an easier way for you to add a tag to a fragment, but it wouldn't be Android if they didn't make it hard for us, would it? Okay, so we'll come back to this tomorrow, and hopefully we can find a way, after 3 attempts now, to refresh the page. That's all we want to do, just refresh the page. You know, I'm trying my hardest not to rant today. I really am. Okay, yeah. If anyone's watching this on YouTube and they know there's a really simple solution to do this, and this is how you do it, please enlighten me. I'd be very grateful. Right, okay, so let's have a look at what we have done today. We have not done that. Or have we? Ah, yeah, we didn't do that. That's a shame. We could have done that. Alright, well, we got the icon working and we fixed a bug, didn't we? So let's check changes into version control. Yeah, those are all our icons and stuff. So this is end of episode 30. Wow, that's gone quick. End of episode 30. I feel like that deserves a cake. Added the new icon and fixed an off by one problem that was scrolling us to the wrong slot. Commit. Commit. Lovely. Okay. Right. I'll do a little bit more digging off stream, and hopefully by the time we come back together tomorrow, if you join me tomorrow, I will have a solution to this problem. I will not give up. Okay, guys. Not seeing any questions in the chat tonight, so thank you for watching. And like I said, you can, if you missed any of the stream, you'll be able to catch up by checking out the 0 to Android playlist on YouTube. Yeah, and thanks again for following and liking and continuing to watch the show. All right, guys, have fun. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.